Hi friends! Today we're going to talk about something super important, what it means to be transgender. It's a big word, but I promise that it's easy to understand. Ready to learn? The first thing I want you to do is close your eyes. Now think, do you feel like a boy, a girl, or a little bit of both?
For those of you who don't know what's going on, this is
Baby learning with Miss Rachel, baby songs, speech, and sign language for babies, toddler learning videos. Oh no.
of Miss Rachel, who is a very popular creator for very young kids. A friend of mine has a 2-year-old, and I caught an episode while he was visiting where she was teaching toddlers how to say no, so that was great. Well, maybe it's annoying to parents, but probably very useful if they ever meet someone like Lily Tino. And I'm not just making allegations here. Tino literally has an OnlyFans account and advertises that account.
Oh man.
What is this?
This is just so, bro, this is so weird. This is so weird. Are you sure you don't want to rethink the previous statement? No, I'm not going to rethink it because I know multiple trans people that don't do this weird fucking creepy bullshit. They're not predators. They don't act like this at all. And I don't think it's fair to lump them up with this fucking weirdo. This self-absorbed, narcissistic, attention-starved, obnoxious, abusive fucking weirdo. Absolutely not. But and the problem is that my perspective on this is the minority perspective. I realize that the way that I see this is not the way that most people see this. And when average people see this, it makes them hate trans people. That's what I think is so sad about it.
I thought diabetics couldn't eat.
In the same area where the videos
Massive
targeted at
splash
children
damage?
can be
Yeah.
viewed. How is this not a crime? Can you see why people are mad now? Stuff like this happens over and over again, and this information gets pushed on younger and younger people way before it's age appropriate.
Yep.
And now they have stuff like this.
And this is the issue too, right? Is because, like, a young kid, if they imagine themselves as a girl or a boy, you're effectively grooming them because a kid hasn't even fully defined their own identity to begin with. And there's like girls that like boy things and boys that like girl things, but that doesn't mean that they're transsexual. Like I used to have like doll sets and stuff like that as a kid, like for sure. And like this is like have like a little house where I would like set up a little house and do stuff. And yes, I would usually have, like my mom said, I would just have like dinosaurs come in and kill everybody in the house. But I mean, like you could say that at least half of that's like a girly activity for sure. And yeah, that was just what I used to do, right? And it doesn't make me a girl or whatever. I mean, it's just so weird that people look at this. And I think this is the problem and the damage that it does to kids is that there's such a, like, these are the people that are constantly preaching that there's a spectrum for sexuality. But the moment that a person has anything that's not congruent with what the normative things that their gender are supposed to do, these people immediately default to telling them that they're transsexual. Well, that's not true at all. There's a lot of different variations of that. Like, so maybe you're not transsexual, maybe you're just a guy that really likes makeup. Like James Charles or something like that, or Jeffree Star. What's wrong with that? That's fine.
Open for Brave Trails 2025. Whether you're new or returning, get ready for an unforgettable summer in California,
JD
New
Vance,
York, or Georgia. Brave Trails is the summer camp for LGBTQ plus youth ages 12 to 17. With creative programming, gender-neutral housing, and affirming spaces to be your true.
Gender-neutral housing for 12-year-olds? Huh. (12 to 17). Yeah, this stuff is really bad. Yeah, I mean, it's a grooming camp. I've seen this before, and I wouldn't really go that far to say it, but, it seems that way. It certainly seems that way. Sounds problematic? It sure does.
So,
Wait, so you're gonna put a bunch of boys and girls with cameras in mixed housing? They're going to change and sleep in the same area with an age difference from 12 to 17? You don't see a problem with that? Unfortunately,
Like, I mean, everybody sees this as being bad. Yeah, this is sick.
don't think they do. And what's funny is that I'm old enough to remember that back in 2020, I made a video about them medically transitioning kids, and I got gaslit like crazy with a bunch of wokies in the comments saying, no, they're just socially transitioning kids. They don't get medical treatment until they're adults. At that point,
Well, okay, so if the logic is that... Okay, let me get this straight. So, if medical intervention is not happening to kids, then why are you getting mad about there being rules against medical intervention for kids? Because by your own definition, it's not happening. So, like, for example, if the government made a law against riding unicorns, this wouldn't really bother me because unicorns aren't real. I mean, am I... Like, I don't understand. How do people not come to these same conclusions? And by the way, I think this is the reason why people nowadays have had such a regression of critical thought. And the reason why is because basically, very, very fucking simply, these people don't... You can't think for yourself in these situations because the conclusions that you come through by using simple logic and deduction will lead you to being branded as a terrible person.
and there were only a handful
People
of
are
news stories
afraid
about
to
people
critically
medically
think.
transitioning under 18. But just 5 years later, medically transitioning kids has been completely normalized.
Estrogen treatment is irreversible and would make Josie sterile. But Josie and her mother never doubted it was the right thing until an unexpected conversation happened one afternoon.
But on the inside, where nobody else can see,
Yeah.
are you a boy or are you a girl?
Maybe I'm a boy inside and a girl outside.
Really?
Yeah, is that true?